Alright, here we are. I forgot my microphone, so I'm using the camera's microphone, which it's not like a horrible microphone by any means, so I think we'll be fine there. But it was an interesting weekend. Today is the Monday after a weekend, and I am having quite the good time here. I was able to knock out a huge chunk of videos over the course of this weekend. I got myself through the 25th of March no, it wasn't even the 25th of March, because the 27th was when the newest, I think I got myself up through the 24th of March to the 1st of April on my videos. I told myself on Sunday, when I dedicated my time to uploading stuff, that I was going to get through all the videos that I've recorded, and I was going to catch up to myself. And that, in theory, would feel good, but it would also feel bad, because if I caught up with myself, then I know where I sit. And if I know where I sit, then I'm like, oh crap, I've only got a minute left, or I've only got 30 videos ahead. And then I'm fairly aware at that point in time of how many videos I have and how far out I am. I like existing in this idea of uncertainty, where like I know I'm getting close based on the videos that I'm watching. I was like, that's a relatively recent video that I've recently recorded, so I know I'm getting close, but I don't know, I do not know just how close, if that makes sense. Like the end of March videos that I made was a whole series of videos I made while I was off one day, and that was not too terribly far away. It was probably a week or two away, and so I know I have a good idea as to like when my videos, like where my videos started at the week. Like if I had made it to the Billboard video, then I knew that I had caught up with myself. And I hadn't made it to the Billboard video yet, which tells me I have at least 1 week's worth of videos to go before I make it to that one. So I might be maintaining a 2 week ahead of schedule recording thing. I'm gonna go get some gas. I'll be back with y'all in just a moment. All right, we're back at it. I've got gas in my car, and I've got, I was able to see my billboard again. So, some exciting times here, y'all. I am very excited. Over the weekend, I saw a video about the Killer Klownz from Outer Space game that will be coming out June 4th is the date that they have set, and it's got pre-orders up and everything. And so I'm probably gonna run to GameStop after work today and pre-order myself a copy of that game. It's been a hot minute since I've bought a game, so that'll feel pretty good. Hopefully there's me on the billboard again. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but that's definitely me. Anyway, so hopefully I can get a pre-order up, get a physical copy of that bad boy, and then I can have a game that I can get into again. It has been a very long time since I have had a game that I can really get into, and so I think the Evil Dead the game, which I think came out in 2022, I think that was like the last game that I really like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get into this game. I got good at the game. I made a lot of friends on that game who I still talk to today, which is rare. I've kind of given up on making online friends. It's equal parts awesome and depressing, but for whatever reason, well, I know what it was on that game, like I was really into it. And it was very rare that people would be in game chat. So in the rare instance where I ran into somebody in game chat, I would always add them, and then we would play or whatever. And so I made like probably close to 8 to 12 friends on that game, and I still talk to like at least 4 of them frequently, which is a lot for me, and that was 2 years ago. So hopefully I can get Killer Klownz, and hopefully some of those Evil Dead friends bleed into that game as well. Hopefully the game is fun and like I can really get into it. It's been a minute since I've had a game like that, and like getting a game at launch is huge in that for me, because like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game came out while I was on vacation, and I wasn't able to play it until I got back. And like I don't dedicate that much time to gaming anymore. Like I usually give myself about an hour a night, and so I got back from my vacation, and everybody was already like level 20 or something crazy like that, and I was just sitting here like, oh well, I guess I am going to just be the level that I am, and that's just gonna be me. And luckily, well, I shouldn't even say luckily, like, no, that game did not have a good run for me. I just kind of sunk into where I am right now with it, and I'm pretty much only playing it because it's like the only game that I have friends that play anymore that I have. Like all my other friends have moved on to other games that I'm not interested in playing. And so hopefully Killer Klownz can come out June 4th, and it could be awesome enough to keep me interested, and I can have a good time with that. And I'm even thinking about like uploading some like gaming videos. Like the whole kind of point of this channel for me has just become like, this is the channel of me, and like I'm a multifaceted person, so I'm not gonna just make gaming videos all the time. I'm not gonna just make writing videos all the time. I'm not gonna just make videos of me speaking my mind while I drive to and from work all the time. Though I will say I have made a lot of those videos between now and April, primarily because I do not have like other content to upload right now, and this is like such a rich time for me to be making content because like I'm driving to work. Like, what else am I gonna do with my time other than commit to making some level of content? It's super simple stuff, but like I watch a lot of Dry Creek Wrangler School and Sam Sulek, and it's kind of the same stuff. The biggest difference I would identify is that like they do have a bit clearer of a purpose. Like Dry Creek Wrangler School, not really. He just kind of gives life advice, but he at least like tells stories, and so like at the end of it you're like, oh, that made sense. And Sam Sulek is like a fitness person. I haven't actually watched a lot of his stuff, but he doesn't seem to get that deep into the fitness portion of it. Like obviously he's a giant tank of a man going to the gym, and he gives his thoughts and opinions, tells kind of what he does, but I don't know how much of a like, this is a lifestyle channel that he makes. I don't feel like it's quite that deliberate either. So it's interesting to me to see if I can find my way in this world, and that's been my issue, is like finding something that I like enough to talk about enough to where I just dedicate my whole channel to it. And like in the beginning it was Life is Strange. I dedicated my channel to that, but like there hasn't been any Life is Strange game come out in a long time, and those topics are mostly irrelevant at this point. So I had to pivot, and I pivoted away from Life is Strange and towards like giving actual like writing advice, and that didn't really go very well either. And so I pivoted again from writing advice to just kind of talking to people in the car every morning, every evening, and whenever else I find the time to do it. And I'm trying to come up with more creative scenery or more creative things to talk about. I've really enjoyed this guy's channel, the local screenwriter, and his videos only go back like a year old. And so I feel like he's doing really good for himself to only have a year's worth of videos up, and he's already got like 100,000 followers, and he gets about 100,000 views every time he drops a video. Like, he's doing really well, and he's got very directed content. And part of me struggles with that because, like, I don't know, the video essays are fun and all, but I can only do so much of them. And I was thinking about going back to the video essay format and uploading them every Wednesday or whatever, but like there's only there's only so many like topics I can think of to talk about in that regards, and I feel like there's already so many people out there doing that. Like, I already follow at least 3 people who give script writing advice, and I follow them because it's writing advice. Writing advice is writing advice. You can apply it to any kind of writing that you're doing, but I feel like because these people are talking about scripts, they are more popular than the people who just give generic writing advice, because they talk about like popular films. And so like this guy's talking about Stranger Things in his film writing thing, and there's a lot of people who like Stranger Things, so it's a good way to get people interested in your content. Piggybacking off of like already established works is a great way to get somewhere in this world. And like I've made a couple of videos where I talk about celebrities, and they are easily like some of the most popular videos on my channel. And so it's like piggybacking off, that's what I call it, piggybacking off of the fame of other people is very much so a real strategy. And like I feel that way with like one of the current marketing strategies that I'm trying. I'm reaching out to this local screenwriter guy to see if he'll work with me, and then eventually I'd like to see if he'll do a sponsorship, like where he'll let me sponsor a video of his, and then we'll we'll go from there. And then I'm working with Callan Rec as well. He's another social media influencer person, and I'm wondering if I can get to a good point with him, and maybe I can help, or he can help me like grow subsidiarity through him. And so I don't know what word I just mispronounced, but it sounded mispronounced and awesome. But at any rate, that's a big thing, like piggybacking off of other people's established fame, and being basically like, if you like him, like me, and trying to build a rapport with these people to get those kinds of testimonials. That's huge as well. And so I don't know, the local script guy, I reached out to him and he reached out back, but he didn't seem all that thrilled or excited to be working with people. I don't know, I've said this before, but if I were my own business, self-employed business owner person, I would be like overjoyed with every customer that I have, and I would go out of my way to make each and every one of them feel special and individual. And I get that that's maybe difficult to do if you have a large client volume, but that would still be the goal that I strive for. And like, so to already feel like I'm just another person on his schedule was not the greatest like start to this. And that's kind of the issue with these sorts of situations where I'm trying to use them to hopefully build my own rapport, is they hold all the power, and I think they kind of know that, like, oh yeah, you can give me some money for my services and that would help, but as far as me helping you succeed, like, no way, Jose. So we'll see what happens. I forgot my water in the car today, or not the car, but in the house. So now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do about that. I have this Gatorade bottle. I might just use it, and I might just empty it out and use it for water throughout the day. I can't go like without water. I'd be thirsty and miserable. And it's Monday. I tend to get headaches on Monday, so I need to stay well hydrated. But yeah. So hopefully we can get to a good point. Hopefully Killer Klownz comes out. It's a good game, and I can start making some gaming content, if only for the sake of like variety. Like, it would probably just be me still talking about life like I am right now, going to and from work, but like behind the backdrop of me playing a game, and hopefully that makes it all the more interesting for you guys. I don't know, but just trying to find my way on YouTube. And Dry Creek Wrangler School, there's a lot of good stuff from him. I talk about his channel a lot on here, but he was talking about how when he got on YouTube and he was just kind of doing his thing, and everybody's like, well, you'll never succeed on YouTube doing that, you've got to do this, that, and the other thing. And he's like, I would rather fail on YouTube being myself than succeed on YouTube being someone else. And that made me feel pretty good, even though I am currently failing on YouTube being myself, and I don't know that I can see any end where I succeed on YouTube no longer, or being someone else, or being myself and succeeding. But at any rate, I am at very, very least going to stick to this challenge that I have made. 365 days, 365 videos. That is a lot of videos. I'm only 2 months into the new year, and so it's not necessarily fair to be like, this challenge was a dud, because like I don't have a good sample size, really. I only know what few things I know, and those few things are that I've uploaded a video every day for 2 months so far, and some of them get good views, some of them get no views, and that's just kind of the way of the world. And hopefully, maybe I can get some people, get some more traffic. I need to work on ads, And like I'm running an ad campaign for my books right now. Hasn't done much of nothing. And I'm supposed to be researching keywords and doing a keywords ads campaign, because that's really where the bread and butter is for these ads campaigns. And then I need to read a bit more into this book that I have that is basically how to succeed on Amazon leveraging only their ads, and see if there's stuff that I'm missing. And then from there, hopefully starting to gain some traction, continuing to hopefully gain traction locally, gain traction through online venues as well. I have maintained a strategy with my Instagram reels that I have been able to boost a reel every so often, and so hopefully that is doing good for me. Right now it's really just giving me a lot of likes, and I feel like it's not even giving me that many likes. I'm not paying like a tremendous amount of money for the ads either, though. Just paying like $35 a week on ads, and it gives me a couple thousand views and a couple of likes or whatever. It's just all about the exposure and trying to grow. And I still only have like 2 people who pay like any sort of attention to my work, and that's getting depressing. So we'll see what happens. Continuing to try my darndest, hoping that this new game will be awesome, and maybe it'll bring in a whole new group of people who will pay attention to me and like my content. I don't know, but we're gonna give it a go. I'll see y'all later.